All right, we're live. Candace, you giving the intro tonight?
Yeah, I want a Bernedoodle.
So we're having so backstage we were having a counseling session with Candace, advising her she is with child. She does not need a Bernedoodle. Also, so Tyler, I see you're on. Hey, let me know when Brittany's on because I got something I want to share with Tyler and Brittany together when Brittany gets here.
Hopefully she's coming on. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I've missed you guys since last week. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. And
well, I'm glad to be with y'all because I've had a fucking shitty week. And I was telling you, Jason, Candace earlier, it's nothing even was that bad. It's just everything and it was all work wise, home wise.
Just so much shit.
It's just every fucking time. I'm getting real busy. We got a lot of work. And my machine broke every fucking job. It's just, and you know what? It's just life. It's just part of what we deal with. I probably made it sound a lot more dramatic this week than it was. It was just pretty fucking shitty. Tyler. I went live yesterday morning. That's what I want to share with you and Brittany. We had some really, we had a breakthrough yesterday that I want to share with y'all. So that was pretty much my week. But at least I had a bad week, but at least we had a better week than fucking Congress did. Because they pretty much, I guess they had a good week because once again,
they didn't do shit.
They've got nothing fucking done. And they never do. So what was the highlight of the week as far as news stories on y'all's end?
Well, we hit really, really hard earlier. Afro Man beat the cops. They were suing Adams County sheriffs were suing Afro Man. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Afro Man's
isn't he the because I got high guy?
Yeah, because I got high. What Afro Man do? I didn't hear about that.
So he lives like
Afro Man.
He lives like 2 hours from us. And Dan Carroll's had him on his radio show.
Really?
And we potentially are going to have him on the podcast on one more. But so 26, so maybe 3-4 years ago, they raided his house looking for people that were kidnapped and drug trafficking shit.
No shit.
So
I got high.
I'm shocked.
So he has, and I love Afro Man. Like Afro Man, my buddy Chris and I have been fans of his forever. We listen to it on his boat all the time.
Wait, don't you go to Afro Man concerts?
Yes, sir.
Jason, you do not look like an Afro Man concert goer.
Dude, I love Afro Man. Don't you throw shade. But
I can't.
but he lives out in Adams County, which is a very rural county, and he is not one that he would be the one that sticks out.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So very, very country, but he's got a real nice farmhouse that he fixed up, and he's got a huge garage with a ton of cars and shit in it and whatever.
He's growing weed.
He's living his life. He's smoking fucking weed, right?
Yeah.
They end up busting in his fucking door, broke his fucking cattle gate getting into his property, busted his door in, and stole money from him, like confiscated money, but all the money wasn't there, right? So he ended up making music videos about it. Well, one of the biggest music videos was Lemon Pound Cake because he was using the surveillance footage from the cameras he had inside his own house. And there's a cop, walking, with his gun drawn, and all of a sudden he stops and looks, and he's a portly fella. And he like double takes at this fucking glass cake pan or whatever you call it. I don't know. I'm not a girl. Candace, you're the girl. What do they call that?
Like a cake stand.
Yeah, like a cake dish. So he ends up making a music video out of this, right?
Brilliant.
Using all the surveillance footage. All these cops get pissed off because they were getting lemon pound cake sent to the fucking sheriff's department.
Is that a problem though?
Well, apparently it hurt them. It hurt them somehow, some way. They were suing him for like $4 million. So
they were suing Afro Man?
Yes.
Because they got pound cake? Like, for fuck's sake, send my fat ass some lemon pound cake.
All the defamation and all the shit. They're like, oh, you're making our life this much harder. Blah, 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 blah. It was the greatest fucking thing. And God damn it, James, I should have sent it to you, but it was on one more earlier.
Funny.
He was in court in an American flag suit.
Of course he was.
Like, I mean, just all the flags. It was fucking amazing. But he ended up fucking beating him. But there were so many things that were like involved in it, in the fact that like one of his only defense witness was one of the cops' ex-wives who he was banging.
Wow. This is like Jerry Springer.
So one of the memes that came out was a picture of him in this American flag suit, which was just amazing. He goes, this guy in an American flag suit brings one defense witness, which is an ex-wife of a cop, and still wins. That guy is a fucking baller.
Legend.
But so he ended up winning this case, and it was all just, you know, it was freedom of speech is what it was about. So the sheriffs were pissed off and whatever, so they sued him, and well, he ended up winning, and that's been big talk here lately.
Hold on. Hey, Britt, don't go anywhere yet. I got something to say. Don't go anywhere, Falk. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so
we got to talk about Chuck Norris, though.
All right, we're gonna talk about Chuck Norris, but I got something to say with Tyler and Brittany both here. So, I started my morning show a couple months ago, and I started the morning show with 3 listeners, Brittany, Tyler, and my wife. And so yesterday I had 389 live listeners. It was weird because I saw it just like exploding, and you don't get the total number because people coming in and out. But during that time, during that 20 minutes, I had 389. So I wanted to personally say thank you to Brittany and Tyler. I'll never forget y'all. My wife is kind of obligated, but y'all have no obligation to me. And y'all are both, here's the deal. I do it at 7 a.m. Both of them, it's 5 a.m. where they are. So I want to tell you, both of you, I love you, and I appreciate your support.
Because my ass is still sleeping.
That's
awesome.
I
can't even get you 2 motherfuckers who are an hour ahead of me to do it, to listen.
If I'm at the firehouse, I'll listen, but if I'm not, then I'm sleeping.
No, sir.
All right, let's talk. What about Chuck Norris, man? What's your favorite Chuck Norris moment, man?
Oh my gosh. Like, so when me and my husband first started dating, he found out that I thought those things were funny, like the Chuck Norris jokes and like puns and stuff.
They're amazing.
So he would always send me those things. And I'm like, so yesterday I saw that he was in the hospital, and I posted, I don't know if you guys saw it, and I was like, Chuck Norris doesn't go to the hospital. The hospital goes to Chuck Norris. And then the motherfucker dies. And I got full disclosure, I burst into tears because I'm like, how could this man be dead? Like, this is our entire childhood right here was like Chuck Norris.
Okay, that's your job. But see, what's weird is that you and I are damn near 20 years apart, and that was my childhood too. That's how long the man has been. He was been relevant that fucking long.
And he was like, I mean, I don't know the inner workings of Chuck Norris, but he was a patriot. He was like NRA guy. Like, he was badass, like American, like yeehaw. And it bothers me so much when those guys die, because it's like, you know what? We've got few left. And
it's probably the most fit 86-year-old on the fucking planet.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
and that, you're right. We're not going to have another, we're not, in the world of all these, well, I said, all these faggots that we have now, we don't have Chuck Norris's anymore. And
like, there's no men. Like, Chuck Norris was a man.
That's right. Yeah.
So I asked Andrew this on one more earlier. Favorite, since we're on Chuck Norris, favorite Chuck Norris movie?
It would be Walker Texas Ranger. It'd be Walker Texas Ranger for me.
Yeah, I mean, he just killed it in that series.
Yeah.
So I liked it, but I wasn't a huge fan. I was the missing in action realm.
Yeah.
Missing in action 1 through fucking 8, or however many they did. But that guy was fucking amazing.
But I also felt like his cameos were like,
Mhm.
it made the movie if Chuck Norris was in it, even if he just like popped in for a minute. It's just fucking devastated. I'm so annoyed.
And Pappas brought up like when him and Bruce Lee fought, and I couldn't remember whether it was Enter the Dragon or whatever Bruce Lee movie that was.
I think it was that one. I think it was Enter the Dragon.
He was a bad motherfucker. I mean, that's just
You
all day
didn't-
long, bad motherfucker.
You didn't fuck with Chuck Norris. Like, Chuck Norris to us is like the crocodile hunter to like Europe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe it. You know, like I'm so pissed off. Like, out of all the people that were like, on the line there, you take Chuck Norris from us? Like, for fuck's sake, man.
So this morning, Jill was like, 2026 has taken too many from us. Now it's Chuck Norris. Are you shitting me? And I was like, Jill, I had no idea you were a Chuck Norris fan. It was amazing.
I was devastated over Catherine O'Hara. And I could look past her, like, woke shit, kind of, because she was funny and whatever. And I did love her dearly. But yeah, Chuck Norris, I'm like, damn, you had to take a, like, patriot.
It made me love Jill even more. I was like, oh, you're a Chuck Norris fan. Oh, guess what? We're watching Missing in Action here coming up in this week.
Now, Missing in Action was good.
So I saw one of the funny memes, like, to Candace's point, like, it was Chuck Norris didn't die. He just allowed death to meet him.
Yeah, somebody, there was another one that was like,
what
Chuck
a way to
Norris didn't ascend to heaven. Heaven descended to Chuck Norris.
The thing about him too is that
it did.
You never hear him about politics, but obviously he was a conservative guy. I mean, there's no doubt he's a conservative
you could tell.
guy. Yeah, but you never heard all the years of him being in Hollywood. He wasn't Hollywood.
Right.
He wasn't that, and you never heard anything about any scandals.
Wasn't in the Epstein files.
He wasn't in the Epstein files, and I wrote an article yesterday on Facebook that I don't give a fuck about the Epstein files. I'm tired of hearing about them, and I know y'all have the same stance. But you didn't hear that. That's to me, that's an accomplishment in itself. At being in the public eye that long and to be scrutinized, and especially when he didn't get political, but everybody knew he wasn't a liberal. He wasn't one of them. If they could have went after him and discredited him, they would have. And they didn't have anything on him. So I'm really, that's a big loss. And you said it right. We just don't have.
We don't have any of them to spare.
We don't have men like that in that setting. They're rare. And that's definitely that's a lick. And that's a big loss to me for our country.
Yeah, 100%.
And I hope he gets I'm sure he will get a big send off. I hope he does. So since we talked about people who have contributed a lot, let's talk about fucking worthless, useless pieces of shit. And I can't think of a better one to start off with than this cocksucker right here.
This is fucking great.
To your damage. When the phone call was made, I made it to you and I tried to talk to you. You didn't engage at all. In fact, you said, get your paperwork in. It's got to be in 3 days in between.
You offered no apology.
Sir?
And you offer no apology today. And no regrets. Haven't heard the word apologize. Haven't heard the word regret. Haven't heard I misspoke and it was heated and I made a mistake. Haven't heard any of those words.
Sir, actually, it wasn't heated, and I'm not apologizing for pointing out your character.
Good. So you're jolly well fine, and you want the American public and the people up here to vote that may or may not vote for you to know that you supported the felonious, violent attack on me from behind.
I did not say I supported it. I said I understood it. There's a difference.
So that means you really didn't approve of it, just completely understand it. What do you think most people would interpret completely understand to be support for or a condemnation of the violence?
Sir, as I said, we can have our differences. It's not going to keep me from doing my job as Secretary of Homeland Security. I'm going to secure.
I mean, this guy's just a clown. How could he have made it any more about himself?
Mm-hmm.
He made the whole thing about himself. And I like the way, Markwayne didn't back down. Yeah. It was about your character. But So you picked this city. He's the chairman of the committee. And I guess he's been waiting for however long, what this was 10 years ago. He's been waiting that long to have his shot at Markwayne.
I'm ashamed to be across the river from the state that he represents, to be honest with you.
Well, that's why I went at Dexter yesterday a little bit. Like, Dexter, what are you people doing over there? You got fucking Tom Massey and Rand Paul.
Yeah.
Two fucking complete.
And it's fucking Mitch McConnell.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mitch McConnell Kentucky?
Zombie Mitch McConnell.
Wait, fucking Weeble Wobble McConnell is Kentucky? I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to get that. We got to get Dexter on the show. What the fuck are y'all doing over there, Dexter? If you're listening, what the fuck are y'all doing over there, Dexter?
What I love is I'm a huge Markwayne Mullin fan.
I like him. Yeah,
I follow his TikToks. His TikToks alone are just entertaining. Like, he just walks you around the Capitol. He shows you shit. He educates you, but he's got a social media presence, right?
Yeah.
I think he's well spoken. I like the fact that he's not a professional politician. You know, he was a plumber and a fucking MMA fighter.
We need more of those.
He's the only person in Senate that doesn't have a 4-year degree. Not sure.
Well, we got too many. Yeah, we got people with more degrees than a thermometer. They can't get a fucking thing done.
Yeah.
We need a man's man. We need a working man. We need a blue collar guy in there. You know what we have too many of?
You know what we have? Donald Trump, who's not a professional politician. We also have that guy.
We got too many. No offense, Ken. We got too many fucking attorneys in Congress. Is the fucking problem. But you know that. I mean, you get how many attorneys, and you're very involved in that. How many can fucking can agree on anything together?
They can't even like send an email within a 2-day time frame. So I mean, that's like here's the thing with Rand Paul though. He's like the Bernie Sanders of like Republicans, where he's like that one extreme doofus that is just like trying to use the whole I'm so fiscally conservative that I just vote no on everything and holding the line for that and just always throwing a monkey wrench into it. Like, at this point, he just always says no just to say no. I don't think he has a good reason anymore. And so I absolutely see him being like, well, you pissed me off, so I don't think you should be in this position. Because he just doesn't have any other valid reason to dissent. He just does it for fun. Like, that's what he does.
He wanted Markwayne to kiss the ring, and he didn't. And good for you.
I watched a good amount of his what do they call that? I can't even remember the term they use. Like, while he's sitting there, like
body language.
No, like the hearing that he's in. I can't remember the term for it.
Confirmation or whatever.
Confirmation. Yeah. Thank you. I've watched like a good bit of it. What I love even more is the fact that Teamsters president that he went head to head with.
Well, he's a man's man.
On the other side is sitting back there right behind, like just on his right shoulder, supporting him.
Well, that's what men do, Jason.
They had a disagreement. They talked about it, and they figured it out like fucking men.
That's what men fucking do. And that's what Rand Paul isn't a fucking man, because he used that platform to whine and cry instead of being like he's been waiting. Why didn't he, because they've had private meetings. Why didn't he do this? Like he said, like Markwayne said, he reached out to him. He didn't want to talk to him then because he wanted a public platform to act like a fucking bitch. And that's what he did.
And honestly, that's not what that's supposed to be used for. Like, your personal vendetta with somebody else, with a nominee that's going through whatever it is, that's not your time to have the floor to say like that you have beef with each other. This is about whether or not this person is capable of doing the job that he's being appointed to do. And having a bitch fight with you, Rand, doesn't matter. I don't care who bitch fights with you as long as they're able to do what they're voted for and appointed to do.
I don't know how. I don't even know how you stood it. I mean, you being a hairstylist and knowing that shit, looking at the fucking Rand Paul's hair, Jesus Christ,
dude, it's killed me for like a straight decade. I'm just like,
So
for fuck's sake. You got the other, like, you got Bernie that my husband says he brushes his hair with a balloon, and it's like that's the most accurate description ever because that's exactly what he does. And Rand, right? Is that not hilarious?
So
And
he's
Rand
a-
Paul's
yeah.
like, he's got, first of all, he's got like this like curly poodly thing going on, but there's like an island happening, and he just can't.
that's your Bernadoodle. That's the
It's
Bernadoodle
my
you're gonna get.
Bernadoodle, exactly. He's got the shade of see, it all comes back to the Bernadoodle. I'm
Well,
telling
if you
you,
look
man. Rand Paul's
is
hair
it?
color is exactly a Bernadoodle.
Well, he's definitely a liberal because he has the liberal hair. Look at there's a stereotype about these liberals with their hair. Look at Tim Kaine.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't brush his hair. Look at fucking butt fuck Tim Walz. He never brushes his hair. Why
always
can't
got, like,
liberal men? I just have a problem with this, and I think there needs to be some research. We
You're
need to
just
give.
jealous because you don't have any hair. Come on. Now.
That's a valid
But
point.
you know what? At least you always look ready to go. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that bald-headed fuck looks disheveled today. Like, no,
Yeah.
he's ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
I am an angry white man, but but I have it together. These people look like they're all just disoriented. They're all fucking wild-eyed and fucking hairs all over the fucking place. How are you supposed to take people like that serious?
Well, you got some of them sitting there with purple hair.
Can we, like, who is she? First of all, I don't know. Who does she represent?
Hold on now. You know who that? That's your auntie.
I know who she is. I don't know her name.
You know that's your auntie. You know that.
That's my what?
Your auntie.
No, fuck her. She ain't my auntie. Okay. She ain't my auntie.
We call
What
her Auntie
state
down
is she?
south. She's in what? Rhode Island? Is it Rhode Island? She's
Are
at?
you fucking for real? Really? Like,
That's your area. Jason,
I mean,
where's
not
she
really.
at?
Rosa Louisa DeLaro. She is, where is she? Connecticut.
Okay, same thing.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That fucking tracks.
I knew it was New England.
Yeah. Yep, that 100% tracks. Yeah.
But to your point, James, I mean, it does. I mean, all of these motherfuckers are out there like screaming shit, and like Candace said, that's not the platform for you to air out your fucking differences. Are you capable of doing the job or are you not? And then yes, we're gonna vote. But
this is what makes it a circus, though, you guys. Like, this is what outsiders or independents or people who are just not sure where they fit anymore, they're watching these things and they're saying, like, oh, this political party is a fucking circus. And they're not wrong, because they have these examples where it's like, this shouldn't be happening like this.
And it happens whether it's at your local school board, your trustees, your city councils, whatever. I mean, whatever you have, wherever you're
so it's their platform. It is their 15 minutes. And look, if Markwayne would have got up there and sucked him off and apologized, he would have still voted no, just so he could shove it up his ass. His mind was made up. He was not getting a
here's
yes.
Our friend. Here he is.
Yeah. Welcome back, sir.
Has a bleached dead raccoon on his head. I'm not going to disagree with you. I don't fucking understand Trump's hair either. I don't understand the spray tan. Okay, but guess what? He fucking made me laugh my ass off when he told these Japanese people that they didn't tell us about Pearl Harbor. And I was like,
shit.
I
didn't pull that deal. Oh my
like,
God.
We don't deserve him.
No, we don't.
We don't deserve him. I don't give a rat's ass if he's got a black eye and like his balls are hanging out and half of his hair is falling out. Like that's all I need.
Or he grabs him on the pussy. We don't care.
Exactly. As long as you get the job done and you're funny as hell and you're witty and you make decent decisions.
So you're going to tell me this. Okay. So now they're trying to, they keep trying to talk about his cognitive ability. Come on, man. You can't say
These are from the people that sold us the corpse. The guy that couldn't even get on a beach chair.
Right. Couldn't even ride a fucking bicycle.
Seriously, he could not even walk upstairs. I'm so thankful to see a president walk up a flight of stairs. That's like, I
But
really,
only
I
Trump
honestly
could
don't even
say
remember that.
Only Trump could say that and get the prime minister of Japan to laugh at it.
Oh, let me tell you, I was like in stitches.
You
And then
didn't
I
tell-
told my husband, and he didn't believe me.
You
I
didn't
was
tell
like,
me
no,
about
dude.
Pearl Harbor.
You tell me about Pearl Harbor.
What a dumb question from a reporter, though. Like,
Right.
well, why didn't you talk to your allies and this and that? But no, we wanted it to be a surprise. We knew what we were going to do. You were either on board or you were not going to be. But
you know what's funny? It's like, do you think those people got offended? No, they didn't get fucking offended. They said, asshole's right. He's fucking right. We didn't tell them nobody about Pearl Harbor. You know what I mean? Like, that's the point. And so I think when you can articulate yourself in a way that is not only factual, but witty as fuck, people respect that so much. And there's no like offense to that. Like, I thought it was great.
You could tell,
Trump.
she giggled and then she stopped for a second just to make sure, like, what the
that
room
she
was
wasn't
like,
gonna get
and
shot.
then she
You know?
continued to
Yeah.
giggle.
You know, she was like, "This motherfucker here."
Oh, she loved
Now,
it.
I'm
She loved it.
I'm a little bit upset with Trump not axing. He didn't axe.
Axe.
He didn't axe
The
Jasmine
fuck?
Crockett.
Axe?
He didn't.
Okay, Jasmine Crockett, like,
You
calm
didn't hear her say
down.
that? Trump ain't asked me if he could go to war. I'm a little upset that he didn't axe.
Oh, for
Jasmine
fuck's sake,
Crockett
you
shit.
Louisianas.
Well, she's Texas. That's not that far from here.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like
Never,
the same.
never mind about her bodyguard getting fucking killed.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you,
I'm throwing all kinds of shit out here.
We seriously, we need to talk. Well,
Well,
we
no,
can
we did. Well,
spend
let me
it.
tell y'all. I did a whole show pretty much on that this week. That's a big deal, guys.
Yes.
Mhm.
That people are not understanding how big of a deal this is, and that's something that I really can speak on because, man, I did executive protection, coordinated a bunch of things, a bunch of presidential visits, and on the off-duty security side, I oversaw our off-duty security program of 500 deputies for 20 years. There's a lot of problems with this. The fact that these police departments were doing business with all this. So a guy like that, and I've dealt with people like that, all they are is a middleman. So what they really have a company, but they don't have any employees. So they have this company and they broker out and somehow they get that. That's all they are. They're just a broker. But what was unique about this was everybody else that was on this detail, he was the head of the detail. They're not saying that, but he was the head of the detail.
Yeah.
And everybody else was cops. So you're going to tell me that none of these cops, they're doing all this business with him, they had no clue?
They had no idea, right? You're telling me that she didn't know? Come on.
Oh, no, she knew.
She knew, and she's like, oh, he treated everybody with respect with me. I don't know. Like,
Well,
it's funny because they love to play, you're the company you keep, unless it's them.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a lying ass bitch. You're a lying ass
exactly.
bitch that literally cannot accept the shit that you've done and how you fucked your constituents over.
Yep.
And when this happens, all of a sudden, it's fucking radio silence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of have a theory. Maybe I'm wrong, but he's a big strapping dude. I think she was do a little more. I think he was guarding more than Yeah. I think there was some tapadero going on.
Oh.
I think there was a little hot mouth action going on.
I'm sure there was. I have no
I
doubt.
want to pivot to one more thing. I'm sorry, but we got to talk about this stupid fucking animal bridge. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
That Gavin Newsom is trying to do in California?
Was that about the cougars?
It's a fucking butterfly bridge. Okay.
Okay, I
it
heard
cost
something today. Yeah.
$140, right? Okay. So I didn't realize that butterflies are just going to fucking walk across the bridge. But like, have they lost their minds? I don't understand any part of this. $140 million. He's making this bridge for wildlife and mainly for butterflies. Do you know wildlife?
Jill's in the chats. I live with her. She apparently knows way more than I do about it. I
know about the cougars, Jill, but I don't know about the butterflies. Yeah, I know about the cougars.
I don't know a cougar that would say to their buddy, like, hey, Jeb, there's a bridge down there. we should take the Brit. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
And the thing about them, first off, there's going to be an NGO involved that is going to be profiting. And it's going to
$114 million. Are you?
It's about these NGOs, and it's not. I had that conversation with my son today. These NGOs, it's nothing but a money laundering scheme with these politicians, and these Democrats are so indignant. It's like, well, you don't care about the Cougars? No, I really don't give a fuck about the Cougars. If you want to know,
and guess what? They didn't ask for a fucking bridge.
We got people fucking dying. We got people fucking hungry. We got $19 billion in fucking fraud. No, I don't give a fuck about the Cougars.
Do Cougars cross the road? Like, I'm so baffled by this.
This article, it's the first one that I grabbed, so it's from the Manhattan Institute. I had no idea about this, but a Southern California overpass, in quotes, for everything from monarch butterflies to mountain lions, is overdue and over budget. In 2022, California Governor Gavin Newsom broke ground on the Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing project, featuring an overpass for animals atop 10 lanes of the 101 in Southern California. At the ceremony, Newsom boasted that the state had committed $54 million. He promised to complete the job with another $10 million before seeming to hedge on whether the final sum would do the trick. I had no fucking. I
am so baffled by this, and I can't believe people are like, "Oh yes, this is a really good idea. This is important for wildlife." Hi, I live in deer country. Those motherfuckers cross wherever the hell they decide to. They're not going to go to like this cutesy little overpass and be like, "Oh, here we're supposed to go here." But how fucking retarded is everybody? How retarded is everybody?
That's it. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Well, Jill, because it's so stupid. Isn't it the stupidest fucking thing you've ever heard? For butterflies?
Like,
has that man ever gotten a butterfly kit? Like, my mother-in-law got one for my kids last year. And you grow the caterpillar into a butterfly and then you set them the fuck free because, they fly. I can't keep sea
monkeys alive, so
I saw the whole aspect of a butterfly. Like, I understand all of it. Like, you open the cage and they fly, and yet it's taking this guy $140 million and a bunch of different like organizations and all of these people that haven't told him, like, hi, Mr. Newsom, butterflies, they fly. So this doesn't make sense. Like, is there anybody in California that has, just shout it out when you know what I'm saying?
They're worried about shitting on the streets. That's James. Did you see Jill's comment in there?
Oh, I didn't look.
Share it. That's a good one. I mean, obviously, I'm biased. I'm married.
This
to her.
one?
No. The
right?
California doesn't care. If you're going to be the moderator of this motherfucker.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
California.
Damn. I never claimed to be a real swift guy. I never claimed to be real smart or real swift.
But I loved your comment though. California doesn't care about giving illegal immigrants CDL licenses so they can drive all over the country killing people.
That's a good point.
Like Cougars,
but the Cougars, that they think are just like I guess Cougars can read. So it's funny, women, okay, us. We can't get a fucking ID to vote, but a Cougar is going to read a sign and be like, cross here.
Yeah, you don't know how to get an ID, by the way. Yeah,
no,
Candace,
I told you. We can't drive. We can't get IDs.
It's not our fault that you.
I'm going to say you can't drive. I will. I'll stand behind that. You can't drive, but
no, women can't.
I know
drive.
you know how to read signs.
We cannot parallel park.
You back up like a champ, though. With your
yes, with a backup camera, we will back up all day.
No, you backed up like a son of a bitch. Getting a picture of that the Ukraine.
Oh, I did. I was like, what? Like
I showed Jill that, and she laughed her ass off. She goes,
"Yeah,
oh, she is backing up."
I bet in the middle of the road. I mean, it's in my neighborhood, so there's no like.
Hey,
it's still funny as hell.
It's not our fault. When I say us and men, it's not our fault that you broads are too stupid to fucking get a birth certificate.
Listen, I mean,
Jill is now finally legit.
This is all we contribute to Earth.
Is Jill officially a Kiefer?
I want the record to show her driver's license is now legit. So
Wow.
everybody can settle down.
Girl, it took me 10 years.
Well, this
Not
is
because I didn't have the documents, just because I didn't want to.
Well, this is a good lead into this one, talking about the Cougars and the Butterflies. Meanwhile, Gavin Newscomb, the fucking hairdo, look what's going on in your state.
What do you do for work here?
Why?
Oh, we're just looking around. We're seeing all these hospices, so we're just curious.
Well, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Word got out that I was inside of the plaza and all the fraudsters started hopping in their cars, leaving the scene.
Excuse me. Let's see if they can just answer our questions really quick. Hello, can we ask you a quick question? Driving out in a brand new M8. They can't get out that easy.
Was that BMW or?
How can I get an M8 as well? Should I open up a hospice? Driving out in a brand new M8
That's the best
BMW M8 competition. Listen to this thing. This is the sound of hospice money.
God,
I love him.
This kid is a fucking star, dude.
He's hilarious.
This is a 23-year-old kid with an iPhone, and he's, we were all fired up last year, man. Doge and Elon and Vivek and all this, and I think they did some work. But have you seen one fucking indictment?
No, this is something special. This is something special, and it's so funny because at the end of the day, I think we all knew this, right? We drive by these plazas all the time. We're like, nobody's fucking there, and they're all the same things. They're in every single state. In every single town, they're near a fucking industrial zone, whatever. And it's really funny to finally see the validation of, yeah, we were right. This is fucking bullshit. This is all fraud bullshit. And it's done in such a way that there's so many people involved, and the government has made it so easy for this to go on. And even independent people, for instance, California, their other biggest fraud scheme is that you can just willy-nilly sign up and say that you're taking care of a family member and you're getting paid as a caretaker. Do you know how fucking easy that is for any schlub to say, oh, I'm taking care of this one? And they ask for nothing. It's like the snow shovels debacle in New York City. They don't check anything. And so you
needed 2 IDs for a snow shovel, though.
Right. Oh, yes, you needed that. But afterwards, they're like, here's a shovel. Have a good time. Nobody was tracking your hours. Nothing was happening. And this is the same thing. So think about that. You have these independent people that are registering as personal care home people. They're getting this money for taking care of family members. And then you have all of these different hospice entities that are probably having, hospice nurses or hospice personnel on the payroll. It's brilliant. It's fucking stupid and it's brilliant all at the same time. And I just love the validation that we're getting, that we're seeing yes, this is where everybody's money is going right here.
It's to me, it's fucking disgusting because my mother went through hospice.
Mm-hmm.
My dad did too.
And with what they do, what those people do, the legitimate fucking workers and what they do, for the patient, but even more so, to be honest with you, for the family.
It is. It's a godsend. They're a godsend.
Absolutely amazing. And to be a hospice nurse, and I'm going to throw a real quick funny story in this, but what they do, they're working their tails off, and the mental strain, and I'm going to say PTS in that is just it's documented, but it's just it's gross that it's being exploited like this. So when my mom was in hospice and my brother and I knew like she was gone, we met up at the hospice place and we're trying to get final arrangements, whatever. And so me being a fireman paramedic for as long as I have, I'm a little bit cold and a little bit coarse. And my brother is not nearly as cold and coarse as I am. So we walk out, we both had our time, to say our goodbyes and whatever. we go out and we're talking to the nurses. And I'm like, all right, so like, what do we do now? And they're like, well, we have like a pamphlet here that you can go through. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, she's going to be cremated. We know that's what you wanted. So I'm looking and I show it to Mark and I was like, hey, this company, I said, it's, like $1,000 to have her cremated. $1,400 if you want to watch. And I looked at him. He was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He was like, I don't want to watch. I was like, hey, I'm just giving you the options. It's almost like ordering off Chipotle. You go down the menu, what you want to do. So he was like, no, I'm not watching. I was like, well, I'm not watching either. I just wanted you to be clear on what you could do.
Wait, that's a legitimate thing?
Yeah.
Well, probably because that's a whole other avenue of fraud.
Yeah.
Just throwing that the fuck out there.
You want to make sure it's done. But so it was like 10:30 or so when she passed, and I was like, hey girls, I know you guys are getting off here soon. Your shift's going to change. I said, if you guys can help me, I said, and at this time I still had broken ribs. I was like, if you guys can help me get her to the truck, I'll just go ahead and take her. And my brother looked at me and he was like, what in the absolute motherfucker is wrong with you? I was like, no, I mean, we're cutting costs. He was like,
oh my God.
And he's looking at the nurses because my brother's he's very uptight. And they started fucking laughing. And I was like, dude, I've been a paramedic for a long time. And they're like, all right, now it all makes sense. Everything kind of came together, but it's the sick humor that first responders, cops, firemen, EMS, nurses that we all have. Mm-hmm. But the fact that like what these people are dealing with every day, and then you have people like these assholes that are exploiting it and making money, where some of these family members may think that they're actually paying for this hospice care, and they're actually not.
Oh, I don't even think it's going that far. I don't think these people are doing anything. I think they're just an entity. They have fake employees, and they're just bringing in that government money. That's it. These people are fucking doing shit.
But
the daycares.
the Leering Center. No child in sight.
Okay, so that's the part that the whole child care thing is the one that really bothers me, I think, the most, because I've never heard of daycares getting money directly from the government, and then they're going to find the kids. The program I know that we had in our state, which I think is the best way to do it. First off, and no offense to you, Candace, because you're pregnant, but you chose to have this child, then you chose to pay for the daycare or figure child care out. It's not my fault. It's not my fucking responsibility. So
no, sir, it's not.
That's number one. But I do understand childcare is expensive, and if we have some programs, so the way that it worked here was you applied based on your income, and you got a voucher. All right, and you bring that voucher to a daycare that accepted the voucher. It's not fraud proof, but it's definitely what's going on with these Somali daycares is they apply, then they just send a bunch of fake fucking names and they get this money. How the fuck does that even happen? How does that work?
And they're getting SBA loans, and you want to know why? Okay, because it's reverse racism. Let's call it what the fuck it is. Because it's Somali-based.
Racism is racism. I don't believe in reverse racism. It's just fucking racism.
Yeah, well, it's the whole we have to give preferential treatment to people that are different ethnically. So the Somali people, we need to, we're not going to ask questions. We're just going to do. And
because when they ask, they get called racist. Well, you know what? Exactly. Call me racist. You know, that's the thing is, okay, well, well, yeah, okay, call me whatever you want, but the law is the law, the rules are the rules, you're not following them. And that's what, pussies like Tim Walz, that's what has happened.
Tim Walz is scrambling. He's scrambling. Like, I don't know.
Haven't seen him lately, have you? Have you seen him lately?
No.
No, and if he knows what's good for him, he just stays under the fucking radar or finishes out the fucking term and be done.
I think that he went into hiding the moment Trump announced at the State of the Union that he is putting Who
J.D.
better than
Vance.
J.D. Vance in charge of fraud? Because he knows that Vance is coming after his ass.
And he's got to start divvying shit up with wifey. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you hear that they're getting a divorce so everything could be transferred in her name and everything is safe. So there's going to be so much shit that you're going to see and hear, and it's already starting.
I didn't even think about that, but
please.
That's a smart idea. I'm not.
It's coming.
That's why I didn't think about it.
It's coming. Trust me. And that's it. You know, like I said before, we look at these things like the hospice thing. We go, oh my God, bombshell. But it's like, we fucking knew this was happening. And it's so good to finally get confirmation. Again, I think it's brilliant. You know, they probably made billions, millions and billions. And
if you look at the healthcare industry during COVID, how much money the hospitals were getting for all the COVID shit. Where you literally ripped your head off in a motorcycle accident, but yet you died of COVID.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of this stuff stems from COVID. All of it. Because everybody was getting PPP money, SBA money, everything was being handed out, and it was all being forgiven. So, I mean, you even had people that not only were getting those loans, but they were also getting PPP money on top of it. And it was like, or PUA money or whatever, the pandemic assistance money weekly. So you've got people drawing those loans, and then you have people that were getting paid weekly. The millions and billions of fucking dollars that even legitimate businesses got to just wipe their asses with, you know, God bless. But the amount of money they funneled into the system, and then everybody scratched their head and was like, well, why are eggs $9? Well, I don't know, maybe because you got paid like $6,000 to sit home every fucking week. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. So it's just funny to see everybody like get upset about that shit now. It's like, you guys, we told you. We sat back and said, hey, probably shouldn't give everybody money. It's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
Candace, excuse us for a second. We got a whole lovemaking session going on in these two.
What is going on? What is happening?
At the comments. You got Jason and Jill making love in our fucking show right now. This
oh Lord above.
That's bringing all the subscribers in.
Yeah. Thank God. God.
Hey, whatever it takes. Who's showing their boobs? Gentlemen. There you have it.
There you go. Everybody got a show.
Yeah.
That was a nice B. That was a solid B cup, Jason. Solid B's.
I know I'm fucking fat, Candace. I get it. I'm aware.
I think she just
Listen,
put you on
I have to
street.
fat shame everybody except for me because I already have like 5 of these guys going on. Okay, my pants don't fit. I'm wearing pajama fucking pants right now. Okay, I will fat shame like Karen Carpenter if I have to. Okay, like whatever it takes.
You feel like JD Pritchard right now?
Oh Lord, I do. Who's the other guy that everybody makes fun of?
Who's the one?
Something with an N. I don't know. Oh, Chris Christie. Yeah, Chris Crispy. That's me.
Yeah.
Chris Crispy.
I had a half a Domino's pizza for breakfast.
That a girl?
Not lying.
That's
not a lie.
Oh shit.
All right, I digress.
No, that's why this show.
This is sugar-free fruit punch for everybody that's wondering. Sugar-free. It tastes like shit, okay? But it's all I got. It's all I got.
You should have a Jameson and Sprite and just
you know what? I would love that. But apparently there's that whole fetal alcohol shit.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
well, there has been research done about wine, so you could.
Yeah, you know.
Maybe that's what's wrong with me. I think my mom drank while she was pregnant with me. That's why I'm this guy.
I mean, listen, people do heroin while they're pregnant. You know, like there's always something worse.
There's always that option.
For now, it's zero sugar fruit punch.
Jill said we can't make a baby like Kansas, though. That ship has sailed. That has sailed, yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, if that ship wouldn't have been sailing, Jill would be getting pregnant tonight. I could see it already.
Oh man, is it that bad? I like go in and out. Pornhub account. Oh, that's funny. I mean, you can make a baby like me. It's really the same shit, right? Like.
If she ends up pregnant, we got a big fucking
problem. Yeah, there's an issue.
That's right. Somebody's got their tubes tied or something?
No, I got this guy.
Oh, you got your.
I'm like, you done fucked up, AA Ron.
Oh, I got
mighty considerate of you.
I got fixed like 22 years ago.
Easiest 12 minutes of my life. It was amazing.
Guys, you're supposed to be like pro-life.
Oh no,
I was too old. I was too old to fucking start. To try to start. No, I wasn't. That wasn't happening.
Shame on you, boys.
What were you, Candace's age?
I didn't. I
am like a grandma.
36.
Yeah.
And I did not want to go to high school graduation with a walker with fucking tennis balls on it. I was not going to do that. So
why not?
Hey, Candace. Hey, do you realize this? Okay, so you have what, a 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old?
He will be 10 in August, and my daughter will be 4 in July.
Okay, so you know that those parents that you talk about, they're the old parents of. You know that's you now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're gonna, all them young girls could be talking about this old lady that has a kid.
I've done the math. So I'll be 58 years old before like people get the fuck out of my house, and then I have to worry about one or more of them being like fucked up or something.
They're coming back.
Well, I'll tell you
I feel like that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're not supposed to be 30 and 40 and like, woohoo, my life is so great. No, you're supposed to like dig in the motherfucking trenches. Your life is not going to be great until you're 62 and a half. Like that's the way it is.
Well,
right?
So our closest.
Falk said in the chats, talking about me. She goes, "Wait till the baby comes out black, Kiefer."
Oh, listen, me.
You got a big.
That's a possibility. Bill's brown. He's a brown man. My babies get very tan, but no, they're whiteys when they pop out of there. But you leave them in the sun, and they get like a nice, Saudi color.
Yeah. All right, so we got to talk about the SAVE Act before we go. These motherfuckers right here. This is absolutely just sickening. They get nothing done. This is real. I'm so fucking pissed about the SAVE Act. We can't even get Republicans to do it. I don't know why. This shows you right here. 87% of Republicans polled want this, right? 70% of Democrats want this. Oh, I actually think it's 90% Republicans and 70% Democrats. So it's 80% of Americans want the SAVE Act. They don't give a fuck about what we want. It's never about what we want. So listen to this fucking clown. I mean, should he be the leader?
Being on the wrong side of President Trump and your resistance to do this talking filibuster, tying the Senate in knots for weeks.
We don't have the votes either to proceed, get on a talking filibuster, nor to sustain one if we got on. But that is just a function of math. And there isn't anything I can do about that. I mean, I understand the president's got a passion to see this issue addressed, as we all do.
Does he understand that, though?
Well, we've conveyed that to him, but we will continue to make that argument because I think it's important that everybody understand that this really is about the votes. It's about the math. And I'm for better or worse, I'm the one who has to be the clear-eyed realist about what we can achieve here. And so we'll continue to convey that. And I think that we're going to have the fight on the floor. We're going to vote on this. We're going to put it up, and we'll give the Democrats the opportunity to cast their vote on whether or not they think non-citizens ought to vote in American elections. And so that debate will happen. But like I said, I can guarantee the debate. I can guarantee a vote. I just can't guarantee an outcome.
Do you think the MAGA base?
So is it just me?
This is Obamacare again. That's what this is.
Was it just me or something's going on that I don't know what his deal is? I mean, he normally speaks pretty well, but man, he was nervous. He was spitting and sputtering. What the fuck is the problem here? It's real fucking simple.
Well, he just did interviews. Didn't he just did interviews on Fox. And you're right. He was much more like savvy and positive and with it and like, oh, we're going to get this passed and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what changed between the days that he did those interviews and the day of that. But this is Obamacare again.
Coming after his ass. If he don't get this passed, I think he knows Trump's coming after his ass. I think they're going to move to get JD as the head of the Senate because he is as vice president.
I'm just at a loss with it all. To be honest with you, this is what Republicans do. Every time they get in office, every time they get a majority, every time they have shit going in their favor, they just fart out and they wind up doing nothing. I mean, besides the big, beautiful bill, they can't seem to pass shit.
Well, you know, they
And-
passed something overwhelmingly. They all came together, Candace, just 2 weeks ago. They all came together to do what? Protect each other from notification from sexual harassment complaints.
Of course,
That's
that
the
they make
only
sure to
thing-
do.
That's the only nonpartisan bill that was passed by what, 80-something% was to protect each other. That shows you the problem. We have, just like I say with immigration, that the immigration system is so broken that we have to ship everybody here illegally back and start over. Same thing with Congress. We got to vote everybody out and start over. If that's the only thing that they can come together on is protecting each other from sexual complaints, then we have a problem. We have to start over.
Yeah, I mean the amount of skeletons that are in the closets. I mean, oh my God, through Washington D.C., even further out, but the amount of skeletons. And I agree with you, James, but that's never going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. But look who voted. Look at the ones, the biggest mouthpiece, AOC, Ilhan, Rashida Tlaib.
Oh, your girlfriend.
I can't stand Hakeem Jeffries.
Your boyfriend.
Yeah, all of them voted that way. The biggest mouthpieces, the biggest jumping up and down about the Epstein files. Shut the fuck up about the Epstein files when you can't even vote to police your own people in Congress.
But isn't it funny you don't hear about anything about that anymore? Epstein files are gone. ICE enforcement shit is gone. Everything's gone except for Iran. Now everybody thinks they can throw a bitch fit about that. But and this is the thing. Like, I agree with the whole Iran thing. I think the timing sucks because he's really giving himself not a lot of time to turn shit around before midterms.
No,
and I think
midterms are fucked.
I've said it from day one. We're fucked. And historically, we've always been fucked. So we shouldn't expect anything different. That's happened every other time. But this is a perfect example of how it doesn't matter. Whether we're a majority or not, we still can't get what we need to get done.
That's a good point
So
because,
it doesn't matter.
you know, I don't know why we would freak out if Republicans lose the majority of the Senate or the House, because what the fuck have they done? They haven't done anything.
They can't do anything.
The only thing that they have been able to do is confirmations, and that should be pretty much over. You know, your big ones are going to be over unless Trump goes on a fucking firing spree. Judges, but they haven't passed any fucking thing worth a damn. So it's really not, to me, it's really not going to make a difference. They haven't done anything for Trump's agenda. They haven't supported him. So I don't think we lose much, even if we lose the majority.
No, I agree 100% because again, historically, this is nothing new. So who gives a fuck? Like, and then the next 2 years comes and then things change again. So I just, if anything, it should give everybody a bit of peace knowing that nothing drastic is ever really going to be able to take place because it doesn't matter who the fucking majority is. It seems like nobody can get anything done.
No.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to bitch, and excuse me, everybody wants to bitch, you know, with what he's doing in Iran and him making a decision with obviously, you know, counsel to say this, we should be doing this. Everyone wants to bitch about it, and then, like we said earlier, like high gas prices and this and that, and whatever. You have to break some fucking eggs to fucking make an omelet, and you got to just fucking stay true to what he is doing, as in Trump. But he doesn't have some of the backing of some of the Republicans, which we've seen this before. We've seen it many times before. But this SAVE Act, I don't understand like what the big sticking point is. Like, you may not agree, like, we shouldn't have gone into Iran. Okay, you cannot agree with that. I think you're an idiot if you don't agree with it.
And still agree with this, right?
But how do you not agree on IDs? and bringing it up where, well, it's at a state level. Well, no, federal elections, it's in the Constitution that the fucking federal level can fucking monitor shit. States can do shit, but also federal has a little bit of insight into the state. So it's like, I don't understand why this is an issue.
First of all, like, it's so funny because federally they implemented the Real ID. They did that federally. It took them 105 years to actually go along with it, right? Like, it was like, oh, we're going to extend it. We're going to extend. I mean, and that was under Bush, which again, fucking duh. You know, like, he's kind of dopey. We get it. He can dodge a shoe like a motherfucker, though. Let me tell you. But yeah, stupid. Okay. Like, do you see him? He was like, "Whoa!" That was my favorite Bush moment, by the way. Yeah, it was, and he was like laughing, which made it even better. But yeah,
The
that
man's
was
got
stupid as fuck.
reflexes.
It was stupid as fuck. Do I think it makes more sense now that we understand that we have an illegal immigrant issue? Absolutely. But yes, the polls are there. 76% of people, of white people, black people, multicultural people, whatever, they are in agreement that photo ID is necessary. They are in agreement with the SAVE Act. So no, I don't understand what the sticking point is. And I will tell you what, if I see one more post that says this SAVE Act is really just trying to get women not to vote, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, that's the biggest bullshit story.
It is. And all it's doing
stupid.
is making women look as stupid as Democrats think they are.
And you know what, man? Like, that's honest to God truth. If you want to
pretty much
label
proven them wrong.
yourself as a dumb broad, like, you do that all day long. The rest of us know how to get proper ID to vote in a free and fair election. It's super fucking simple.
You know, these motherfuckers were able to get their IDs to be able to get their the food stamps.
Right?
Yeah,
they figure out how to do that then.
They have no problem.
They can always figure out. Yeah.
But you know what? I think that system is so, like, there's so much shit in that system because, again, like, state level governments, they want to get rid of that money. So then they can go to the federal government and go, oh, we need more. So, like, they're not going to be restrictive or very, like, stringent with that. There are so many people that are probably receiving benefits that don't even have a real solid paper trail, and yet they're still able to receive them. So I don't even think that that's like a bar none thing.
No, it's dumb.
But it's like, you have to show ID for everything to get on a flight before you even purchase the flight. Like, for everything.
New York. To shovel snow
If
in New
you
York.
have a certified letter that's sent to you and it's at the post office, you need to show your motherfucking ID to pick it up.
Yeah.
And you posted it up there, James, but Jill posted that question, and I don't know the answer. Maybe you guys know it better than I do.
Let me see it.
She goes, question, because I really don't know. Could Trump mandate
Probably
voter
not.
ID and proof of citizenship requirements with an executive order, or no? And if he could,
he could do it, but I don't think
know. I don't know that answer.
I think, in my opinion, I'm just speaking here on opinion. I think he could do an executive order for whatever. I don't think it's going to be enforceable. I don't think he can hold them to it. You know, executive orders are to me flimsy. You need to really get this done and to really fix the fraud problem in voting. We got to have the bill, man. We got to have the SAVE Act. It's pretty straightforward. There's a couple little things. You know, normally you have a lot of fat and fluff tied to these bills. There's a few little things that are going to be positive for the country that's tied to it. But other than that, it's really about one thing. It's about voting and it's about ID. And
I agree.
And I'll give, I know it's time for us to close. I'll give my closing on this. So, immigration to me is the number one issue in the country and always will be until we finally get it straight. Because, look at the sleeper cells and the terrorism and all this. So but the second, and it ties into immigration because there's a lot of immigrants that commit fraud. People are underestimating. I don't see why we're not more outraged about the fraud in this country, because it's tied to so many things. You always hear, and Democrats do nothing but speak in bullets. Trump's trying to take your health care, and Trump's trying to the homeless and the feeding people. Well, you dumb bunch of butt fucks. Look at where all the fraud, the money is. All the money why aren't you? Democrats should be more outraged about this fraud than anybody, because they're the party that constantly talks about they care about feeding the hungry and they care about the homeless and everybody should have health care. Well, you stupid motherfuckers. If these Somali animals wouldn't be stealing all the fucking money meant for health care, You know how many people? You know how many people?
How many veterans could we be helping?
You know how many people could get health care? I did the math. How many people could get health care on $19 billion? 2 million people could get health care on $19 billion. So where's the outrage, Democrats? Y'all constantly talk about y'all the party that y'all want free. Everybody should have health care. Well, maybe everybody could if y'all cut the fucking trillions and trillions of dollars of fraud out. But y'all won't do that. And the reason why you won't do that is because you're in on it, you bunch of filthy fucking animals. That's where I'm.
They want to talk about where the the deficit is the highest that it's been. Well, it's because we're having to pick up for all the fucking fraud that's fucking happening. Somebody's got to pay that bill one way or the other. Candace,
Kathy Hochul exposed it the most this week when she said, "Rich people, we need you to pay our social programs. Please come back." Hi, this is every state's mentality. So everybody wants to like bitch at the rich and say fuck the rich and stand at their doors with their pitchforks.
And they don't pay taxes.
Need them.
Well, apparently they do, because now you're begging for them. What was that video in 2022? She's like,
"Oh, dude, the shit that you sent. That's where I was going to go."
Yeah.
So, was like, all right, go ahead, go on,
get to Florida. Go to Florida.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're like, okay, bitch.
So 2022, she's like, fuck you, go to Florida. 2026, will you please come back?
Okay. So, since he's talking about Israel, and you know what? First of all, Cincy, I want to know how tall you are. This is for another thing, but I got to know how tall you are. Secondly, maybe I'm the only conservative that feels this way, but I don't give a flying fuck about Israel. I don't feel any sort of allegiance to them whatsoever. And that's funny because like my extended family is from Israel. As long as like all of them are okay and they're happy and thriving and whatever, those that are still living there, I don't close my eyes and think about Israel. Okay. Like I don't know why that rumor started. Like, I don't get that. I think the normal conservative, it doesn't give a fuck about Israel. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I don't know where that keeps correlating.
Well,
I don't.
So the problem, that's a good point, Candace, because see, here's the problem is that
5'11".
If you don't,
if
you don't suck Israel off, then you're anti-Semitic. Okay. Right.
Well, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, obviously.
Okay. You got people like Mark Levin, who I fucking hate. You
hate him?
I fucking hate Mark Levin. I think he's
one of the reasons why I became conservative, because Bill loves him and he would make me listen to him.
Mark. I think at one point I used to listen to him. He is very smart. I'm not saying he's not smart, but he is definitely not America first. He's nothing. It's all about Israel. But this is where what bothers me is that if you criticize Israel, then you're anti-Semitic. But that's Israel and the Jewish religion are two different things. That's a country,
right?
Just because I think Benjamin Netanyahu is an evil, I think he is a bad person. But because I think that he's a bad person, and I think the country Israel, the leadership is bad, that means I'm against Jewish people. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Well, and this is where
that's not the same thing. Jewish people, because you have how many Jewish people we have in America? Millions.
Too fucking many. But here's the thing. Like I'm just calling it. Like I said, I only know what I get told from my family. My father-in-law is a really good resource, and he'll be very honest because they're Christian Arabs. So it is a different vibe there. And no, they're not big fans of Netanyahu. They will agree with some things that he does, and they will disagree with a lot of things that he wants to do or does. But at the end of the day, like, I don't see where they think that we have this blind allegiance. Like I said, as long as my family is safe and okay, like, you can fucking wipe Israel off the map for all I care. I don't think about it at all. But it's like, I don't understand where the disconnect is. And just to throw this out there too, I know we're going over time, but
you're fine.
I developed my viewpoint about Ukraine from a close client of mine who was from Moscow. She was from Russia. She immigrated to the United States on a marriage visa, whatever. She wound up getting divorced, would go back and forth, and then finally got her citizenship here. And she told me point blank that one of the reasons why Putin started shit with Ukraine was that there were heavy amounts of people that were being trafficked from Russia to Ukraine. And she swears, like, I get that there's propaganda and shit and blah, 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 and some of their people are brainwashed. But she was like, looked at me in the face and said, Candace, you're not being told in America what the real shit is. And I, to this day, I will fucking believe that because.
And I would go with that. I mean, honestly.
She knows more than I. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not wedded to anything Israel focused other than the people that I have living there. That's it. I don't think that this war had anything to do with being wedded to Israel. This was about a threat to America, the way it's being articulated. Does Israel have a secondary balance or a secondary gain? Sure. But at the end of the day, it's about keeping America protected and getting us more energy independent.
I agree with that, but you know how I feel about they have done a poor job of messaging because you do have some people, who have been speaking on the president's behalf that is they're talking out both sides of their mouth, and that's not a good thing. And I think the messaging has been terrible, and that's why you have people who typically support people like Megyn Kelly that typically support the president who are against this. And I think the messaging you can't fix what has been said and what has been done. You can't take some of those things back. But I don't, again, Jewish people and the Jewish religion to me is separate than any country. And just because I don't really care for the leadership and the direction of Israel, some of the things they do, that doesn't mean I'm against Jewish people. So get the fuck out of here with that.
Nobody should be, and this is full stop, except for Islam extremists. Nobody should be persecuted for the religion that they were born into or their nationality or anything. I do not think you should be murdered because you're Jewish. I do not think you should be murdered because you're Muslim. Like, that's where it is for me. And that's what Iran was doing to their people. So that's kind of the push and pull. What I also think is people hate Israel. Okay, whatever, that's fine. But please show me the bands of, Jewish guys rolling up on a mosque and throwing Molotov cocktails. Show me like the band of the Christians, like beheading, Islamic extremists and Muslims, and it doesn't fucking happen. So again, I don't understand where the pendulum is swinging with that. I can just say from an American standpoint, I don't give a fuck really about Israel. I am always focused on what is happening in my country, and Israel seems to be okay. They're always fighting within itself. They got to figure that shit out. But when it comes to people being persecuted just for being who they are in places like Iran and places, across the Middle East, that is something I have a problem with, especially when they're coming to our country and they're trying to kill us.
A perfect example is the fucking 19-year-old wrestler that they publicly
executed his ass. How can we be okay with that?
Right.
Yeah. He was protesting.
And Falk has in the comments, why can't we take care of America first? That's exactly what Donald Trump is trying to fucking do.
By getting rid of these people, you are taking care of America first, because look at what you're seeing. All of the different people that came from the Islamic extremist countries that are in America. Hi, they've been here for decades, and we're starting to seek them out and get the fuck rid of them.
Okay, write this down, Candace.
Okay, I'm ready.
Look, we're going to agree with Cincy on something. I totally agree with this statement.
Sure, I agree with that too. And listen, like, I don't know, I feel like oddly enough, I feel like I'm an honorary Jew because everybody describes me as the Jewish looking one. I don't know. But, listen, the problem with our country
Jews don't have purple hair.
No, they don't. That's how I distinguish myself. But one of the biggest issues that people have is, yes, the Jewish people in our country, they got a lot of high profile activities going on in here. All of Hollywood, all of banking, it all comes from Jewish money. And here's the thing. You may not like that, but it doesn't stop you from watching the movie or going to the bank and asking for their money. And this was my issue with Candace Owens, because you're bitching about Israel, you're bitching about Israel money, but your ass was one of the first people to go to an Israeli donor and ask them for money. So if you can be more financially independent, you wouldn't have these problems. But we're not. And I don't know when that started, but it's been a thing. And now you're trying to undo that thing. Well, you can't.
Yep. Jason, anything else? Any words of wisdom till next week?
I'm looking at Sissy's last comment. Said work backwards. Why do countries in the Middle East have issues with us?
I don't know. I wasn't around when Jesus was born.
Since you don't fuck it up, we agree with you on something tonight. We've come together. We have
I still think you're a little shorty pants.
Candace doesn't think you're 5'11". She thinks you're 5'5".
I do. I think he's like 5'7".
I think if we don't,
my dad's 5'7". It's okay.
If Markwayne Mullin doesn't get confirmed in, I think he's a great choice for it. So like I'm circling back to the very beginning.
Yeah,
I think he's a great choice for it. He's an everyday kind of guy, not a professional politician, but he's been in it a bit, but was not born in it, right? I think if we don't bring him in, I think he can make some really good changes. The SAVE Act, I mean, fuck. People gotta get their heads out of their asses and fucking just fucking vote it through. Because why would we not want you to have to show an ID to show that you're a legit voter? Period.
Yeah, it's such a no-brainer. It's some dumbest thing.
But
it's all about keeping us safe.
Why we're arguing about it, it's just fucking dumb. Yep. But
Candace,
R.I.P. Chuck Norris.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Chuck Norris.
And free Afro Man.
Since he's asking how tall the Saudi is, he's 6 foot, sir. He's a towering inferno.
A towering inferno.
He is.
I cannot wait to meet the towering inferno.
Oh, he's hilarious. He's so funny.
I cannot wait till we all get together in person.
God, I wish fucking Jill would talk about me like that. Jesus
no, he's Christ. So funny. And it's like he's like mildly self-deprecating, which is like funny. But yeah, it's all funny. He's really funny. Because he's not a liberal. Like liberals aren't funny.
Yeah. Oh, they're
not funny. What my closing remarks? There are so many pieces of the puzzle that Trump is trying to do to just make America safe and to make it more of a whole pie. And there's just so much bitch fighting. I look at everything and I'm almost going away from the news because I'm like, there's just too much bitch fighting. Like if I want to see this shit, I'm going to watch a Bravo series. Like I just am not resonating with all of this. You know what I mean? It's so much bitch fighting. And I hate when it's with my own party because it's like, we're supposed to be better than this, but we're not. And right now, I feel like we are just falling into the Democratic bitch fighting, like over dramatization bullshit. And so I hope everybody figures it out. We're running out of time. Midterms are coming. I know there was some special elections that, we kind of pulled out of our asses. Something happened in Pennsylvania. I don't really know. But there's been some things that were, on the, good trajectory. But I don't know. I mean, whatever we do now either makes it or breaks it for midterms, but for me, I've already let midterms go. So I'm kind of less invested than I was.
Good points.
Yeah,
really good points.
That's fair.
We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We had a really big crowd. We appreciate it. We will see y'all next week.
Oh, Cincy, he doesn't wear a head wrap. He's not Muslim, you uneducated fuck.
We couldn't end on a good one.
I was waiting to see if you'd see it or not.
We knew he was
like this is the modern day liberal hood wrap,
yeah. We knew he was gonna fuck it up. Good night, everybody. We're out.
Good night, shorty pants.